Hey everybody, and welcome back to the barn build in Minecraft. Today we're going to be continuing on working on the barn, so let's get to it. Alright, so today we're going to be heading out and working a little bit more on the framework of the barn. First of all though, I think what I want to do is I want to set up a path heading to a bridge. So first of all, I'm going to need my crafting table. And let's make some cobblestone slabs. I think that should be enough right there. And then we'll just evenly distribute some stairs. Should be good. Alright, so let's go ahead and... Ooh, I don't have sound on. I better turn that on. Maybe at about... I think I usually keep it at like 20. And the music at about 20. Actually, I think I keep the sound at like 25. Okay, so back to mining anyway. Ignore the little mistake that went on there. Let's place down some stairs and just make sure that this still works. Redstone should be able to work through half slabs and everything, so we don't have that much to worry about, but just in case, it's a good idea to continually check your redstone contraptions. So now everything is completely covered that would need to be for the redstone. It's all working fine, so that's good. So now I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to plumb this road over to the expanse that we're going to build the bridge on. So let's first of all see where that's going to be. So I think that the bridge is going to need to go over to here. Problem is this is kind of blocked off. So we'll make a little 4-wide thing here, and then we'll just have to slightly alter the landscape to work for us, but hey, this is something you have to do quite a bit while you're building. If you'll excuse me, I will be back after I have plumbed this new road in. Right, so, building a path. Now, building a path, as you can imagine in Minecraft, is not too difficult. Basically, all it consists of is digging up the ground and replacing it with your block of choice. Now, for my path, what I'm doing, as you can tell, is I'm using cobblestone steps to border the edges of it, and then stone slabs in the middle. And I bet you're wondering, why is he doing that? Well, one, the cobblestone steps actually do make a nice border around these slabs, but also, the slabs mixed with steps actually gives the illusion of something that is 4 wide, the size of this road, for instance. It gives it the illusion, without being uniform to Minecraft blocks, of being 3 wide, the part that you walk on. Because the steps have the little extra half of a block that is level with the slabs, so it looks about 3 wide. Anyway, time to take a sleep before we continue working on the road. Now, there's a lot of cobblestone going on the road, and a lot of people like to use gravel as a material for a road. Gravel is an excellent material if that's, what you want to do. However, from my personal design point of view, I prefer to have a road that is slightly lower than the surrounding landscape because I think it adds a little bit of depth that you couldn't get if you just slapped a bunch of gravel together. So, anyway, we're gathering up cobblestone. The road's taking a lot more than I had originally planned, so we need to get a ton of slabs prepared, because we're going to need them. And even if we don't use them all in this build, hey, it doesn't really matter, because in the end, they will find their home in some portion of the build eventually. So, with that said, I'm kind of thinking about the lighting that this place is going to get. Fences, I don't believe, connect with glowstone blocks. However, there are design points. For instance, the one I've used on the entrance to the castle, that make glowstone and fence posts actually look good together. So it's worth a thought about it. But for now, I think the main goal is just going to be getting finished with this barn. All that can be added at a later point. So anyway, as we place down the last of the cobblestone, I guess back to the live commentary. Alright, so I've got the road plumbed in. Took a lot longer than I thought, but I had to get some extra materials, I suppose. Now, I think I want to make the bridge, which I'm thinking is going to be about 3 wide. And we'll do it like so. Now, I could actually use cobblestone on the sides, and I might just do that, actually. Because I do have quite a bit of cobblestone with me, so I think that should be fine. So we'll do some upside down stairs for the back, and we'll want it to be, this will be about, this will make it like 4 high over the water, which should be good, theoretically. Actually kind of want to do 5 high just so we can get a nice arch built in to the water, because it is going to have a supporting platform, even though it doesn't really need one. That is not what I wanted to do. Anyway, so let's just get some upside down stairs going on here. And then we'll need to go into the bag and get some oak planks out. And now it's just a matter of placing down the actual bridge itself. Now we're going to decorate it. It's not just going to be a flat, straight-on bridge. We'll probably give it an archway eventually, and a roof out of stone brick, or not stone brick, a roof out of something, though. Just to keep us safe during the rain, you know, all that stuff. Anyway, though, once again, we'll be back with the stairs, and at this point, we're just going to want to jump down and get to placing these. Now, I actually do have fence with me to place down, which will be nice. We can use that as crenellations. You'll find you can use crenellations in a lot of builds in a lot of different ways. For instance, the crenellations on this build along the walls, some people call them turrets, I guess, but I believe the proper term is crenellations. The things that archers can hide behind, those are actually regular stone bricks and half slabs in between. So you just have to be a little creative and inventive with the style of crenellations you can use, because the possibilities are truly endless. That's the way I see building, is there's always something new you can do. There's always a way that you can take ideas, expand upon them, and definitely make them into your own. Now, the more I think about it, the more I've decided that no, I do not want to do steps on the outside of these, actually. I'm going to want to do a setup like this, because we'll want to have fences along the side of this bridge. Although, actually, now that I think about it, I'm thinking I might have been right, because the image I have on my mind is a 3-wide bridge. 3 blocks you can walk on. Well, you need 3 sets of stairs to do that. So, actually, I think I'm just going to scratch that, reverse it, and we'll continue with the step pattern that we've had this entire time. So, oh, misplace. Don't like to misplace blocks. And right here, we're going to need to change this over to that. All right. So, oh, man, we're going to need to make some more steps, believe it or not. I thought 40 would be enough to get us through this build, but I guess not. So we'll run over and we'll craft some more steps, and hopefully we will then have enough. I don't need these seeds. Seeds, get out of here. Okay. We'll just create a little bit more steps, and then we have some more cobblestone in the pack, I believe. Yeah, stack more. That should be enough for what I have in mind. So everything is looking good here. Now, one thing I do not know is I do not know if this is an odd or even block length. If it's odd, great. Crenellations will work perfectly. If it's even, however, there's going to have to be one odd part of the crenellations, which actually sometimes is a good idea to make your builds even. Because you can get very creative with the way crenellations actually look. So I think right now... Oh, fall off. Just I'm about to say what we're going to do. I think right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a quick break from talking while building, and more so just take a look, an in-depth look at the length of the bridge. Now, the way that I was imagining doing this in my mind is having like an outside border, like so. Well, so I think that the way that I'm going to do this for now, and I might come back and change this because I'm not sure how I'll actually in the end feel about this design, but I think what I'll do is I'll add cobblestone on the outside like this, and we'll see how far I can go. So I'll be back in just a minute, guys. Alright, it's time to look at the side of the bridge. Now, you can't, in my opinion at least, have a good-looking bridge that is flat on the sides. And it's not because, oh, you could fall off of the bridge. No, that's not the reason why. It's just it doesn't look nice. It's just a flat surface with no decoration at all. You need something on the side. And a simple cobblestone to wooden fence post pattern looks great and has very good results on the build. Now, of course, for my design to work, we need an odd numbers of blocks. And, of course, it is an odd number. So, without realizing it, I had stopped building the bridge's length at the exact moments to make the build work out exactly the way I wanted. Like I said, you can get creative with even-numbered lengths of like walls to build crenellations on, but it's always nice when a build that you didn't plan out originally, you didn't have set in stone or set in cobblestone in your mind, it's nice to see it work out in a way that works. So, oh, it's night again. It's time to head back up to the house and take another snooze. So after waking up, we need more materials because the rest of my design is going to require a lot more cobblestone steps. We're going to need more and more steps. So I just take all the cobblestone and I make a ton of steps. We're going to need most of them for the rest of the design for the bridge. So we also need wood as well, just normal wooden planks and wooden stairs. So I could have went and used a more creative color other than the vanilla oak wood, but in the end, I really like the texture of regular oak wood. I like the birch one better, but it's the same texture as the fence post, so it makes sense to use the oak texture. Anyway, though, we'll be getting into that in just a minute. For now, though, we're going to get back to the live commentary of the bridge building. Now, I know what you're thinking. All we've done is work on the bridge, and the series is called the Barn Build. Well, yes, we will be working on the barn again this episode. Trust me. For now, though, I just wanted to get the bridge out of the way because it was something that was bothering me. Now, when it comes to working on the barn a ton in this episode, that is not the case. We will not be doing a ton of work on the barn, but it is good to have a foundation built so that everything flows properly in your world. Now, I feel like, and this is where it's going to be a little tricky, we're going to want to set this up so we can have arches over the top of it. And now I think that the way that we're going to do this is going to be one higher, probably. I'm going to want to go one higher on this. Sweet. And then we'll have an arch here. And then I'm thinking about either hanging glowstone down from here, or maybe a jack-o'-lantern, since we do have pumpkins. Now, the trick is going to be even spacing on these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one at each end, and we will get as close as possible to even spacing. And because of the fact that I don't have enough fence to do them all properly at this point, I will simply just mark it off with one extra fence. So anyway, we're going to want to do probably about 5 in between each. So I will be back once I've counted out and done as close to, equal distance apart as I can. Okay, 5 did not work. However, 4 equally apart does work. and it is all symmetrical, which is something I am happy about. Symmetry in builds is very important. Even if you screw it up and you mess up the symmetry, it's gonna probably bug you throughout the entire rest of the project. So my best advice, if you screw up on symmetry, go back and fix it so you don't cause yourself to feel bad about it. Now, what else are we going to be doing? Well, we're going to be placing upside down steps, which unfortunately we don't seem to be able to do right now because of this little glitch that happens sometimes. So I will simply just build myself out a little dirt platform, and then we will actually do the upside down steps on both sides. And then from there, we'll probably build the walls of the barn, and then that's going to be it for this episode. So we're just about there. Alright. And I don't really have anything to talk about during this part, so I think, again, I'm just going to speed this part up. Right, so I wanted to use upside down steps below the fence. Now, the reason I chose oak wood steps to go underneath the fence is because I figure that since it looks like it's made out of oak wood, the fence, because they don't have colored fences yet, and I'm not sure if they ever will in Minecraft, but at least because of the fact that they're oak fences, that oak wooden steps would look good underneath them. Now, the reason I'm doing the steps is to sort of smoothen it out, because you've got, for one, fences that look like they're floating in midair without anything below them in this pattern for crenellations that I used. The other reason, like I said, is it smoothens it out, so it's not all of a sudden just you have blocks overhanging connected to nothing. The blocks are at least connected on the other side of the step to the main portion of the bridge. So, I think the design choice of wood below the wood and cobble below the cobble looked very good. Now, I could do more creative things with, say, stone brick for crenellations, but for me, being in survival mode, building with stone brick it's for luxury mainly, not a simple bridge to get across water. It's for luxury, like in the giant castle. As you could tell, I used a lot of stone brick there. Alright, and I think that's going to be it for the bridge for now. I'll add lighting and the rest of the fence posts probably off camera, and then we'll show that off in the beginning of the next episode. But that's not all for this episode, guys. That is right. We are going to be, as I said, filling in the walls of the barn, which is why I need stone bricks and birch wood. Now, I'm not sure on my pattern yet for what I'm going to be doing. I think I'm going to come in one more on each side with all the birch wood, and then using stone bricks for the rest of it. So I believe I have some more birch wood, regular wood up here, which is all I need right now. And I need to finish up this wall that I said I had an idea for in the end of the last episode, and then didn't really explain. So anyway, we'll come one more in like so. Sweet. Oh, that's not... Yes, that is what I wanted to do, actually. Okay. So, basically what I'm doing here is I'm going to sort of make the birch lining a little bit thicker. Because birch, to be honest, I think the birch wood texture with Spax BDcraft, the texture pack I'm using, I think the birch plank texture is the best wooden plank texture that they have. So, I'm a fan of it. And I will, I will use it a lot. So anyway, I'm going to finish up with these planks really quick, and then I'll probably have to sleep. And then we'll get to work using the stone bricks. Let's see, am I going to have enough? Okay, well, this is an annoying situation. Thankfully, a couple more birch trees have grown back. But first, I'm going to go to sleep, then we'll finish up that portion of the wall, and then we'll do the stone brick building. So I'll be back in just a moment, guys. Right, another glorious day has dawned, and today we are going to finish up the walls. Next time, we should be working on the roof and seeing about decorating the rest of the place. But even then, that's not done. We still have to install lighting. We have to get stalls ready for the animals. For the eventual update to 1.6, we have to have horse stables ready, and then we'll probably get fields ready for crops. So, it's not just a barn. We're getting the entire thing prepared. So we still have a long road ahead of us. It might take a little longer than I had originally anticipated, anywhere from 2 to 4 videos. Obviously, it's not going to be 2 because I decided to do the bridge thing, which took up the majority of this episode. So for now, we'll just get these planks over here. We'll finish up building this portion of the wall and then get to the stone bricks. One of the best parts. Okay, so we have this prepared, and it's a shame we were only 4 short. Anyway, so it's time to work on some stone brick building. And stone brick, if you didn't know, is probably my favorite Minecraft material. Something about it is just, it speaks to me. And it really is a great looking material in my opinion. So, as you can tell, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I really like the stone brick texture. Yeah. Anyway, so a lot of you guys, I should mention, a lot of you guys seem to enjoy episode 1. I guess you guys sort of like, I guess you like to see someone actually building. That's not what was supposed to happen there. Come on, Sprint, please work with me. And that's not how it was supposed to work either. Hey, we have a cow captured. That's fantastic. Oh my gosh. Thank you. We'll just do this. That's easier. Anyway, I guess you guys just like to see someone build, and, you know, for once, it's not all sped-up footage, which is something I hope you guys kind of like. It's commentary-based, so, I don't know, it's strange to make, because I'm not used to talking while I build, and that's why I do have the portions that you've seen thus far in this video that actually are sped-up footage. Because counting, getting numbers right in your head, and thinking about specific ways to do things is not something that's easy to do while you're talking about other things. So, I hope that makes sense. Anyway, so I think this is probably, yes, this will be the last dose of stone brick for this build. How unfortunate that we had to fall right there, but whatever. Just mine this up, and then replace it. This will be the last portion of stone brick because we'll probably use normal birch wood as the top buffer, and then birch planks along this level. So we'll have birch wood going across this way, and then planks doing this. Okay. So I think, it's going to bug me if I don't get these walls fully finished in this episode, so I think what I'm going to do, actually, I don't like this. I don't like having the too thick on the, at least bottom trim. I don't mind it on the sides, but it just doesn't look right to me. So we'll fix that. That's no big deal. A lot of building is trial and error. So let's see. Does that look all right? I think the stone brick can go one higher as well. So yeah, like I said, a lot of trial and error. But I think, for now, I'm going to fix this error. And then I'll meet you guys back here to end off the video. So, I'll see you guys then. As I'm sure you'll all find if you take your own endeavors into building, in order to get it right, you're going to have to do a lot of trial and error, which may be something that turns you off of building in Minecraft, you know? You don't really want to have to, you know, fix everything that you've already done, something that you've put a lot of hard work into. You don't want to have to go back and change it because you feel like, wow, that took a lot of effort to do the first time, you know? It's going to be annoying to go back and, you know, redo it. But I think you'll find that when you go back and you edit your mistakes, make them look the way you really, really want them to, something you're very, very happy with, I think you'll find that going back and taking the time to correct your mistakes is definitely worth it. Now, of course, the axe has to break, and we have to power through punching this wood for the rest of the duration, or for the duration of the rest of the wall building. So, yeah, it's annoying, but something you just have to deal with. Now, if we were in creative mode, y'all, you could just spam the clicks, but unfortunately not. So, now it looks like all we're doing is we're going to add the last little bit of stone bricks onto the top of the build. And from there, we should be about done. Now, we've run out of stone bricks. So, that's actually probably going to do it for the wall building in this episode. Alright, so, time to collect up all the materials, and then get this video ended. Well, I'm not sure if you guys caught it, but I actually ran out of stone bricks during the sped up footage. So, I think I'll get some more stone bricks, obviously, before the next episode, and then we will continue work on the barn. We'll probably do the barn roof, and probably from there, we'll probably plumb up a path from here over to the building. Anyway, thank you all so very much for watching this video, guys. If you enjoyed, please leave a like. I'll see you all in the next one where we'll work on the roof and plumb up a path. Bye, guys.